Well, welcome back to our second half of the Midnight Madness Show. I am Mark the DJ Doctor. We are a double-header night tonight. It's kind of a baseball theme tonight with Jordan Umbach was here earlier on the stage and started off with a baseball tune. He's from south side of Pittsburgh, and we're glad he was with us tonight. So now we got another special musical guest. Like I say, it's a double-header night tonight. So we're going to have I should introduce, in case we got new listeners on there. To my extreme left, we have Princess Diva, Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm just doing great.
Just like deja vu.
Yeah, I was going to do that, what,
but you didn't.
I already did it.
It sounded just like the first part of the show. And next to her is the hillbilly heartthrob. How you doing, Jason?
Feeling hunky.
Feeling hunky.
Chunky?
Hunky, exactly. She took the words from my mouth. So, well, good.
That should be his new name. The Chunky Hunky.
The Chunky Hunky.
Sounds like ice cream.
sounds like it's Ben and Jerry's ice cream, doesn't it? Yeah, that's their new flavor of October coming up. And then we have over to Jason's extreme left, we have Brian, IT Guru. You're still without a mic, though, right, Brian? He just waves and says hi. And then we have a cast of characters in the studio audience, so we want to thank everyone for coming out tonight.
Don't forget Bessie.
What's that? We got Bessie. Bessie, our pet cow, which I stole. I stole it. I just let everyone know. And don't wreck my cow. I had to fix her horn earlier today.
Here's your cow patty.
Yeah, on our cow patty. But we want to thank Cindy Lamka for taking pictures tonight. She is posting stuff on Facebook. So if you're a friend of the store, you can go on to Facebook, WFMC Jams, find out the updated pictures. You can like it, share it. Tell everybody what you think. Let us know who's watching, who's listening. And don't forget, about an hour from now, the Jordan Umbach YouTube video will go on, so you can check that out. Make sure you get on there, make some good comments, and check that young man out. And then about an hour after this show is over with, you can see Ken and his guest, their YouTube video, and you can find that on YouTube, WFMCJamsNo.com. And check out the videos as well as the archive of other great artists that's been on the stage that we've been a privilege to have. So we're glad. So, Ken, I'm going to introduce you first, and then I'd like you to introduce your fine guest to your immediate right, and then we'll get into a song.
Sounds like the way to roll.
All right, Ken, Mr. Ken Rusk, everybody in the studio. Mr. Ken, how you doing, Ken?
I'm good, Mark. Thanks. How are you?
Good, not too bad. We're going to have to get you close to that mic because you're a little short.
A little better.
There you go. Sounds better. And who's your musical guest tonight?
My musical guest this evening is the fabulous Leslie Barton.
Leslie Barton.
Thanks,
I pay her to sing with me.
There you
Big
go.
bucks, she charges me.
Yeah. Well, I like her guitar strap. It's green, it kind of Celtic looking a little bit. I like that. So now this is her, you said just a minute ago off air, this is her third time performing in front of people.
Third time.
And we are two out of the three, and I'm pretty tickled to death.
And her first time was?
With the Family Music Center's Fam Jam, the 20th,
There you go.
2013 Fam Jam. So,
June 12th, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was 97 degrees.
Yes, it was.
With about 95% humidity.
Yeah,
It was so hot.
It was a tough week,
Yeah,
but
it
you
was a
guys
rough
pulled it
one.
off and did a good job. So,
Well, thanks.
well, why don't you tell us what you're going to do tonight, and or play here, first song, and then after that, we're going to kind of get to know you guys a little bit more.
Sure, not a problem. What we're going to do is we've got a handful of cover songs where we don't write anything together. Like I say, we've been together now for 3 performances, and we're just looking to get out, have some fun, just play songs, and kind of, just loosen up. I myself am a fingerstyle guitar player, but I like to sing a little bit of harmony. Well, thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
Thank you. Check's in the mail.
Thank you. Thank you.
And,
Let
and
me
I was,
say something nice then.
Yeah, for those who have not heard Mr. Rusk play before, phenomenal guitar player. Just phenomenal guitar
He's
player.
amazing.
Yeah, so we're glad to have him on board with us.
You'll
We'll
get a
hear some
big
more
head if you
stories.
keep talking like that.
No, he's fine.
it's lowered a little, but it's getting there.
So they're going to be doing some finger picking. They're going to be doing some cover stuff.
Some cover stuff, 2-part harmony. I'll do since you mentioned the finger pick, now I'm obligated to do a tune or two of that.
You're going to have to.
Which she likes, but,
I love it. I'm always like, hey, we played this song. We play this song. He's like, no, I really just think you should sing. I really don't want to do that. I'm like, please, come on. You're amazing at it. Everybody loves it. And he's like, I don't know. So I'm glad you talked him into it.
There you are.
I'm the
Good.
guy that always wants to be not in the front, but one step behind. That's me.
That's the
And I
problem
like
with us
that.
too, because we're
Push
both
her
kind of
out
that
there,
person in the back.
you know?
Yeah.
And now we're both in the front.
That's all right.
When we go any place together, we go, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. You go first. And we can't get into a restaurant.
You guys
for
never
20
get
minutes.
anywhere, do you?
We never get anywhere.
You never
No.
get
It's like those, what was those two cartoon chipmunks? Chip and Dale? Chip and Dale. After you. No,
No,
after
that's
you.
the
After
show
you.
in
No.
Nashville, isn't it?
That's a whole different.
Not Chippendale.
That's a whole different thing in L.A.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, well, Ken, why don't you bust into a song and let's hear what you guys are going to play tonight.
This is a song everybody knows. Needs no introduction. What is the name of it? No, I'm just kidding. Are you ready?
He'll be here all week. Try the veal.
Well, I'm headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way into North Carolina, staring at the roads. Pray to God I see headlights. Well, I'm headed down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick your banjo now. All the North Country winners keep getting me now. I lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave, but I ain't turning back to living that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking due south out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long toque, but he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. Now I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. If I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Hey, mama, rock me.
Very nice. I'm going to tell you, already from the first time I heard you guys get together till tonight, her voice has gotten just so, she's so much more confident, so much more strong, good vocals, good.
Part of it's confidence, you
Yeah.
know? It's just being more confident in what I'm doing.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job. That was,
Thanks.
not that you did a bad job at
Right.
the Fam Jam, but you could just see where you've already stepped up the ladder. That was incredible. So good job.
Yeah, you know, Mark, for 2 years, I asked everybody I know, do you know a female lead singer? And everybody goes, no. No. I'm thinking, man, I really want to work with a female. We could do weddings, do all kinds of parties, two-part harmony. It's easy to sell. I've met her, I don't know, 6 or 8 different times at parties, and would sit in the middle and have jam sessions. She was kind of on the outside, humming along, didn't know she could sing. So a friend of mine said, yeah, you got to talk to Leslie. So I called her up, and that was it. We've been together ever since. And it was like all that time, she was right under my nose.
Yeah.
And it was like she never actually came forward, so I couldn't hear her. But in the background, she's like, I'm going, okay. And it worked out. So I'm glad. I have a good time with her.
So then how did you get her to get involved with you?
I offered her riches and
Fame,
fortunes and cars,
So you lied.
Lamborghinis, houses. I flat out lied.
Whatever record label does, you know. But
He did, well, actually, he offered to teach me guitar because I didn't play any when I met Ken, and so since I've met him, what you see is now what I can play. So
Well, good.
he's taught me what I know so far.
How long have you been playing?
Guitar?
Yeah.
About 6 months.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
that's
job.
good.
Yeah.
And I just had my
Quick learner.
1-year anniversary. I've been playing it for a year myself.
yeah. What was that pick or yeah?
With these strings.
With those strings, yeah.
Yeah, why blood? It's a good thing. You know?
Well, that's a nice little guitar you got there. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got?
Well, this guitar is actually a Takamine hybrid. I studied classical guitar for a long time, and it has that wide classical neck that I like for fingerstyle guitars, so you can get your fingers in between it. I've been playing this guitar for, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 years. You know, every 8 or 9 years, you got to get another guitar. They
Oh, yeah.
You know. But this one I like, and
I'll take the
you
old
know, you know. Got a couple Taylors stashed in the car if you want them.
All right.
You know, but this one I like just because it's the hybrid. You know, it feels good. I have really small hands, but I like the width of it, so I'm used to it, and
Right.
I like the space, and so far so good. Cost me an arm and leg to get it set up, but plays good, sounds good, and that's really all I care about. I don't care what it looks like, you know. So
Well, that's good.
you know,
And Leslie's putting down her ovation.
Yes, I have an ovation. I did actually get that ovation, how many, 6 years ago? Some more so. And because I had a friend who had one, and I loved that it was smaller and thinner. It was easier for me to play.
My belly gets in the way, though.
I know, right? And so,
Yeah, when you get that girlish figure like Jason and I, you can't play those real well.
so I like, and also I feel like the neck is thinner too, so it's easier for my hands to get
Right.
around. And I like the style of it, but sometimes it tends to be a little tinny, and so I have to play with it a little bit.
So that's a cue to our sound guy back there. You know, make sure you EQ her down there pretty good. Well, good.
That's it. Yep.
What's next on your list?
well, this song is a song that now we didn't write it, but I like it. It's a good one. I was gonna lie again, but I got to quit doing that.
It's actually written by Nancy Griffith, but I heard it actually for the first time. One of my friends is a singer in the Secret Sisters, which is a band out of Nashville, and she and I would sing it in the dorm. And after Ken and I got together, I thought, hey, you should learn this song because it's beautiful. And it turns out that it's his favorite.
And I always say
irony.
this: it is my favorite, huh?
That's the irony, wasn't it? That it's your
She hit me with an iron. What did you say?
No, that's
say?
what we do
Sorry.
after the show. No, it's just the irony that's your favorite after she showed that. That's cool.
Oh yeah, it's a great song. I really I like the feel of these kind of folky Irish love songs. I like that kind of stuff. That and extreme heavy metal. I'm in.
Yeah, there you
So-
go.
Yeah, we can do that one too. You know.
There you go.
Summer breeze
Apparently you got a request for Shields and
makes me
Croft.
feel
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, they were at the house the other day.
Oh, Ken.
Are you ready? Yeah. Here we go.
Gulf Coast Highway, he worked the rails, he worked the rice fields with their cold dark wells, he worked the oil rigs in the Gulf of Mexico. The only thing we've ever owned is this old house here by the road. And when he dies, he says he'll catch some blackbird's wing. He will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. She walked through springtime when I was home. Our days were sweet, our nights were warm. The seasons changed, the jobs would come, the flowers fade. This old house felt so alone when the work took me away. And when she dies, she says she'll catch some blackbird's wing. She will fly away to heaven come some sweet blue bonnet spring. Highway 90, the jobs are gone. We tend our garden, we set the sun. This is the only place on earth bluebonnets grow. Once a year they come and go at this old house here by the road. And when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing. We will fly away to heaven come some sweet bluebonnet spring. Yes, when we die, we say we'll catch some blackbird's wing. We will fly away together come some sweet bluebonnet spring.
Very nice. Thank you, Brian, for cutting off the microphone. I'm getting text messages.
You can turn the volume down.
I could turn the volume down. I just don't know how to do that.
It's a little button on the side.
I am phone challenged. Find a 5-year-old kid, they'll turn it down for me. My daughter, who is expecting our granddaughter, Amelia, is sending me pictures, and I just can't turn the phone off. And so.
Granddaughter hasn't been born yet, meaning she's really old but hasn't been born yet? Or?
She is a granddaughter, yes. She's not born yet, but she is a granddaughter. So.
Okay. Just dawned on me, she could be born 80 years old to make her a granddaughter if she was a daughter and she's grand old. But
I'm a little confused, but all I know is in January I'm going to be a grandfather again, so and I'm pretty tickled about that. So
you don't even look it. You look too young.
Nice one. Check's in the mail. That's coming back to you the opposite way.
Good man.
Nice try. So Ken, how long have you been playing guitar?
Oh, do I really have to say?
Every
time I say it, people will go like, then we expect you to play really well. I've learned in life. 43 years.
43 years.
And I just turned 29. So.
Yes.
Yeah, 43 years I've been doing this. Pretty
So,
crazy, huh?
Where are you from? Are you from Tennessee, or you were in California for a long time?
Yeah, I was in California for the last 30 years. Then I spent prior, I don't know.
Right?
I was born in the military, so I lived in Paris, France, lived around the world.
Rebecca can relate to that.
They say I was born in South Carolina, so this makes me a Southerner.
Oh, okay.
So if you go by birthplace, I guess I'm a Southerner.
Okay.
But actually, grew up in Massachusetts, Paris for 3 years, then back to Massachusetts, then L.A. from 1977 till 2004.
Do you realize that 1977 is the year I was born?
Really? No kidding.
And the year I graduated, but
wow,
makes me feel so much better. Yeah,
I was not born in 1977.
Thanks.
I
It made
wasn't
me
even
feel
here.
so much better. But yeah, my wife was a military child too, but she was born in Indiana, and then that was the only place you moved to, right? Her brother was born in Germany, so I was pretty fortunate. My dad was out of the military before I was, born, so I don't have to worry about that.
So you don't know how to tie your shoes the military way, then, do you?
No, or make my bed. My wife makes the bed with the
hospital corners?
Oh yeah.
You bounce the quarter off them. And
Hey, my mother's a nurse, and we do hospital corners.
Yeah, so there you go. If the sheets are on, I'm okay. That's good. I'm just going to get underneath them anyway. So, well, good. So you've been playing for 6 months. You've been playing for 6 years at least.
Yeah.
So
still working on it.
I already know the answer to this question, but there's people that's listening on air that don't know you yet. They're getting familiar with Ken Rusk. Some of your influences. Who got you kind of mesmerized in the fingerstyle?
Alcohol or people?
We're at the Family Music Center, so we're going to go ahead and...
I'd rather have the alcohol stories if I get a vote.
We'll do the alcohol story after we go off air.
Well, like Chet Atkins says, my greatest inspirations were a couple of guys known as Jim Beam and Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
They were his inspirations. So, but no, I remember I got a book this girl gave to me, summer 8th grade. Learned to play guitar in 7 days. That was a lie. Completely. It took 70 years to get it. You get the knowledge in 7 days.
Yeah.
But
Wait, it took you 6, right?
which one?
Took you 6 days after the book?
Yeah. That was just to get past page 1, But after that, it was the strangest thing. I picked potatoes for 72 hours, made $5, was going to buy a trumpet. That was my goal. So I was in church. A guy said, how's it going? I goes, not going very well. It's going to be a long time before I get a trumpet. He goes, I have a guitar at the house I bought in Thailand or something. It was on a military base. It's yours if you want to go. Okay, might as well. And I went and picked it up and never put it down since. And that was it. And had that guitar for a while. And
You get more girls with a guitar than a trumpet.
I figured that, yeah. And plus
what's your
realized
excuse?
that, it was real hard to play
You might
trumpet
want to
and
try
sing.
the trumpet.
But so anyway, influences, yeah. The very first record, 8-track, boy, that's a long time ago, was Chet Atkins' Greatest Hits. I didn't know Chet from a hole in the ball. I thought, no problem. This guy's like just a regular guitar player. So I put on, it was Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I believe it was Starry, Starry Night with Pure Tones, Artificial Harmonics, and I'm going, my guitar's cheap, it doesn't have those features on it. Couldn't figure it out. So a friend of mine introduced me to Leo Kottke. Went to a show of his, I was astounded, got the 6 and 12 string, dissected that whole thing, got into that, and started realizing all of this stuff is alternate bass lines. So I started studying all these alternate bass lines up the scales. Anyway, just sit around all day doing that. And so it became John Denver, James Taylor, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Leo Kottke, Chet Atkins, any real acoustic fingerstyle guitar player. And then James Taylor, I met him in 75. He was so cool, showed me how to play a tune. And I bought everything since, and he's my buddy. But he's a way better guitar player than people give him credit for.
Oh, yeah.
He's an excellent guitar player. Paul Simon is another one of those guys that's underrated. He's a killer player. But got to meet Chet at 22, had a beer with him. He showed me how to play Black Belt and Rag, and he said, you're a good guitar player. If you're in Nashville, look me up.
Well, there you go.
And I'm going, he says that to everybody.
Yeah. Well,
But,
But you never looked him up, did you?
Never did look him up because it was just one of those things where, you're, at least in my mind, you're never quite ready. You're never there.
Right.
No matter what I do and how many years I do it, it's like, okay, just give me another 6 months, another year. And before you know it, I mean, it's one thing I've learned over the years is the good guitar players that are excellent are also excellent composers. Mm-hmm. Dykes and these guys, Chet Atkins, a genius arranger. That's the stuff that's hard to come up with. To duplicate these guys isn't very hard. But to come up with that arrangement, that sound, that alternate tuning, just the right chord pattern that just blows your mind, that's the genius.
Yeah. Why do they think the way they do?
That's the deal, and that's what I've yet to hold on to, and grab it. So I can play pretty much anything I want if I want it bad enough, but I'm still in quest to writing at that level. And so that's what's always, I'll be one of the guys that, like a little, finger-pick Xerox machine. Yeah, I can play that, but I couldn't come up with that arrangement. How did he do that?
Yeah.
So, I like it, though. It did get more, girls than a trumpet,
Yeah,
in the long
I would
run.
imagine.
So,
Well, how about playing something, a little instrumental thing since you're there? Leslie put down her guitar. Why don't you play you going to play a Chet piece or
this is a song I wrote a few months ago. I'm still working on writing it.
Oh, an original piece. All right.
Just as I told you about that.
Yeah.
I'm really not a sabotage myself. I don't know what to call it. I got it on YouTube. People always say I write happy stuff.
That's good.
And I'm going, yeah, but I'm really sad today. I don't know how it comes out that way.
I think somebody named it like the happy song or a happy day or something like that.
Yeah, one of the guys at the house I played, he liked to put it on YouTube. What are you going to name it? I go, like another happy song. So just another happy song, But here's what I got so far. That's another happy song.
That was a beautiful piece.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that. If you're
I
talking
wish I
about
could play
arrangements,
like that.
that's
You
not
can
one of
play
the
in 6 easy lessons.
Yeah.
He promised me that I could play like that in about 3 weeks.
There you go.
So far, we're not there yet.
Well, you're working toward it. So,
I want to learn next.
all right.
There you go.
Well, let's get Leslie back into the mix. Is there another duet you guys are going to do, or
Actually, we're going to do one of my favorite songs, and it's actually everybody else out here knows it as George Jones.
okay?
I know it as James Taylor.
All right.
It's off his Handyman album. It's a song called Bartender Blues. That
Oh yeah.
Jones apparently made it bigger than James Taylor. Then I pointed out to a friend of mine on the way to Gruen Guitars that that's James Taylor doing background vocals.
Yes.
And he goes, you know what? Now that you say it, I hear it. I'm like, how can you not know? That's Taylor.
That's
you know?
yeah.
But anyway, we're going to do our version of this. And I better ring up 4 frets or Leslie's going to be...
Otherwise, I'm going to be way
do it
down
on
low.
5 or let's do it on 5, right?
Yeah.
We just changed the key on this an hour ago.
I'm just a bartender, and I don't like my work, but I don't mind the money at all. I see lots of sad faces and lots of bad cases and folks with their backs to the wall. I need 4 walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray, and a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. I can light up your smokes, I can laugh at your jokes, I can watch you fall down on your knees. I can close down this bar, I can gas up my car, I can pack up and mail in my key. And I need 4 walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray, and a honky-tonk angel to hold me tight, to keep me from slipping away. Now the smoke fills the air in this honky-tonk bar, and I'm thinking where I'd rather be. But I burned all my bridges, and I sank all my ships, and I'm stranded at the edge of the sea. I need 4 walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray, and a honky-tonk angel to hold my tight, to keep me from slipping away. 'Cause I need 4 walls around me to hold my life, to keep me from going astray, and a honky-tonk angel to hold my tight, to keep me from slipping away.
Very nice.
Thought I'd throw in that Taylor riffs in as he wrote it.
Yes.
In honor
Yes.
of Taylor.
He's one of my favorites.
Oh man, he's
Yeah,
very, very good.
Being a drummer, I've always loved fingerstyle guitar playing. and you mentioned all the ones I really like. I mean, John Denver, James Taylor especially. I've always loved James Taylor. Simon and Garfunkel stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All that stuff just mellows me out, and it's just good. You know, Seals and Croft, we were talking about them just a little bit ago. My phone went off. Just that era and that style of music is just wonderful. So it's nice to hear that. Yeah. And you guys' voices together harmonizing, that's pretty good. You do
really
a great
good.
job
Glad
together.
To hear it. I don't hear it like you hear it, so
yeah.
Trusting everybody.
Rebecca was like going, how long have they been together? And we're like, a couple of months as an act.
Couple of months.
You know, so you're jumping
you messed
real well.
Messed real well.
Well,
I would have never thought.
I was trained like in more choir and choral, and so.
How long have you sung?
I guess it's one of those I've sung all my life, but in church and in choirs, but never solo, never by myself. I've always sung alto. I've always sung harmony, and so this is something new for me, singing melody and singing lead.
Right.
And because singing in choirs, I hear the harmony so well. And so sometimes I'm trying to talk to Ken, you need to sing this part, and you sing the melody and I'll sing the harmony. This is what you need to sing. And so it's kind of hard to go back and forth. But, growing up in choirs and hearing that harmony, is easier to hear how to harmonize with someone else, I think.
Now, where are you from originally?
I am from Coffee County, Tennessee, Manchester, Tennessee.
Right here.
My parents actually have a farm out in Normandy, which is out close to Tullahoma. But yeah, my parents graduated from Coffee County Central High School. My grandparents graduated from Coffee County Central High School, and we've just all been here. Both of my parents' families are one of the founding families for Coffee County, so we've been here a long time.
Wow.
Those roots are deep.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, what do you got next on the list?
You want to introduce this one?
Okay. Yeah, I'll play this one. This is actually the very first song I learned to write. Remember I told you I got my guitar about 6 years ago?
Right.
And so I learned these 4 chords, and this was the very first song I ever learned. And it's a Leonard Skinner song, but it's kind of an obscure Leonard Skinner song.
Is it older Skinnerd?
It's All I Can Do Is Write About It.
Okay, yeah.
You know that, Mark?
Yep.
Really?
And
I'm a huge
I love
Skinner
it.
freak.
I've never heard of it.
I love
I thought
Skinner.
I heard everything.
The classic rock station, our local classic rock station, is my favorite, and I love Skinner, and I love that classic rock era. And when I came across this song years ago, I thought I'm going to learn to play that one, and it turns out it was easy.
Oh, good.
Easier.
Yeah, you can't. It's almost hard to stump me on the Skinner stuff. It's
unstoppable.
Yeah, I love Skinner, love him to death. I'm not the newer stuff. After Johnny started singing for him, I know quite a bit, but not as much as I did, of course, when Ronnie was with him. Anything Ronnie was on, I was a huge Allman Brothers Skinner fan. So.
In these days, anybody that knows the difference between Ronnie and Johnny's kind of just the guy now. He's been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Well, he's been doing it longer than Ronnie did.
Yeah,
he's done it much longer than Ronnie did.
Yeah.
So.
But this is actually a Ronnie wrote this song.
Yes.
Ronnie Van Zant wrote this song.
I know, I heard you 3.
Okay, sorry. I was like...
I'm moving up to 2.5. There's no such thing, right? That's it.
This life that I live has took me everywhere. There ain't no place I ain't never gone. Well, it's kinda like a saying that you heard so many times. Well, there just ain't no place like home. Do you ever see a she-gator protect her youngins, or a fish in a river swimming free? Do you ever see the beauty of the hills of Carolina, see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. Do you like to see a mountain stream a-flowing? Do you like to see a young'un with his doe? Do you ever stop to think about, well, the air you're breathing? Well, you better listen to my song. And Lord, I can't make any changes. All I can do is write 'em in a song. I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. I'm not trying to put down no big city, but the things they write about us is just a bore. Well, you can take a boy out of old Dixieland, Lord, but you'll never take old Dixie from a boy. And Lord, I can't make any changes. All I can do is write 'em in a song. I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. And Lord, I can't make any changes. All I can do is write 'em in a song. I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes. I can see the concrete slowly creeping. Lord, take me in mind before that comes.
Great tune. Great tune. I was in a band called Aces Wild many, many years ago. And, we did the bar scene circuit. And we played, you always got requests for Skynyrd, and as much as, and again, I'm a huge Skynyrd fan. So I love Sweet Home Alabama, Give Me Three Steps, and, all that. But, there's a point when you go, they wrote more than 4 songs,
Right.
So our band would try to do the obscure stuff. So we would do that song, and people would go, oh, I haven't heard that song in forever. So that would get them away from Sweet Home Alabama that night. But the one that was kind of obscure, us Skynyrd fans go crazy over, but that you don't hear a lot on the radio was Cry for the Bad Man. And we did a cover for that one, which was Ronnie. And you talk about it just would bring the house down every time. So it would get us away from Give Me Three Steps or
Really?
Call Me the Breeze, which I love
Tuesday's
them.
Gone, which,
Yeah, Tuesday's Gone is a great song, but again, it's just, I love Skynyrd, but they did write more than 4 songs.
Right.
So,
Do you remember that song? Do you know the one you just mentioned?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make a
I
mental
think I've
note.
got,
Let's dig it up.
Okay.
I have to tell the story real quick. We had a chance, and I won't give details, but we had a chance to play the Plainfield Correctional Facility in Plainfield, Indiana, Department of Corrections. 99% of the people that we're playing in front of, about 1,200 inmates, were murderers.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. You made the list. So
I assume you were a visitor.
it was, yes. Yes.
Did you
So
kill him?
It was kind of an odd feeling when you went behind bars, and
Yeah.
so anyways. So
just so you know, everyone in this room has killed at least one person.
Everybody but maybe that one guy.
Yeah.
And you had to figure out which one it was, and you hope it was the guy standing next to you talking to you. Oh, we're really glad you're here. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But it was a long story, but it was pretty cool. It turned out it was like a Johnny Cash movie. But in the long run, I had talked to the warden, and I said, is there any songs we are not allowed to play here? And he goes, yeah, as long as you don't dog me and my wife or the Department of Corrections, you can play any song you want to. Okay. So we opened up for Cry for the Bad Man, right into Molly Hatch's Bounty Hunter. And these guys have been in prison for 20-plus years. And they knew Cry for the Bad Man. They stood up, 1,200 of them stood up and sang with us. First song out of the gate. And I'm like, I didn't even think these guys would even know it.
Yeah.
But we did Cry for the Bad Man.
That's the ultimate in feedback.
Oh, it was cool. They were all sang with it. We're like going, we got them right here. They're a captive audience, literally. But anyway. But it was cool. That old Skinner stuff. That's why we
I
did
had that same thing at the nursing home. They just locked the wheels.
The thing is, he kept doing the same song. They just thought it was a new song every single time.
Yeah.
Going, play that new song.
I could say something about that, but it'd be like, I don't want to say it. I got a perfect joke along those lines. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, what else do you have?
Well, we got
Keep the music rolling. We like that.
we got one more for you.
One more big tune.
Speaking of Skinner,
Okay.
because you mentioned it, we'll do this one for you.
If it's Give Me 3 Steps, I will come
No.
up.
No.
It's not.
you.
Give
They're
me
gonna
3
give you 4.
pesos.
Give me 3
Give me 3
pesos.
pesos.
Yeah. The more you talked about Skinner, and I knew this song was coming up, I thought, oh, please don't say it. Please don't say you hate the song.
I don't hate Skinner stuff. I love Skinner to death. Being a drummer, I love Artemis Pyle. It's just his style of drumming. He was just so upbeat and happy when he played. Well, this sounds kind of familiar.
It's Skinner tune. Oh no, wrong song.
I was
sorry.
going to say, that sounded to me like, was that Classical Gas?
Classical Gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my all-time favorite Chet Atkins tune.
Really?
When I hear that, I think of Chet.
Wow.
No
I
matter
think
what
of,
else he does, that's the one that makes me think of him.
I think of burritos.
Burritos? Yeah.
Every time. I don't know why.
Would not be a
I've been
good,
living in LA too long.
would you just love to see that on a Taco Bell commercial playing in the background? And no one would
Is
catch
that where the
it.
gas part comes in?
That's when he was playing with Jack Daniels.
With Jack Daniels, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Thanks. I'll use that one.
All right.
But this one is actually her and I wrote this. We were kicking around one day, and she said, Mama
He
told me
tells
when I
everybody.
was young,
Yeah.
sit beside me, my only son. I thought, that's really simple song, man. And she goes, that's it, Simple Man. So, hence it became Simple Man, and
that
Skinner
not-
stole it from us.
Is that just not one of the greatest lines of all time? I just love it. Every time I hear that, I just go, what a great writing. That their very first verse.
Yeah, that's
When I hear the song on the radio and I hear that opening riff, I'm just like, and I turn the radio up as loud as it'll go, and I just sing along with it because it's one of those kind of anthem. It's very anthemic, very sounding. I love it.
And I love the dynamics in the song, how they bring it up and down. It's a great tune.
Yeah.
But go ahead and dazzle us with it.
Well, we got this on YouTube, and people are calling me going, that's the best song. My brother-in-law actually tells my sister, after he has my CD, which is all this fingerpick stuff that I work hard to get, he goes, does your brother know he's really good? I'm like, Simple Man, come on, it's 3 chords. And now he goes, you're good. Gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Like we were talking
Thanks for
about, you
those.
work to get all this instrumental stuff down, difficult, you get it down and all the work, and they want to hear the 3 chords. And now they go, hey, you're good.
Yeah. That happens all the time. in the
I've just
music
stuck with 3 chords my whole life.
and 2 of them are D. But we talk about that all the time with being here in the business where we do a lot of music education. We have a student band, a couple of them actually, and the drummer that's playing right now, he's working hard at Dave Matthews' Crash, which is a very tricky song to play on drums. A lot of people don't even realize it. They just hear Dave up front and singing and plays guitar. But the drums is very intricate, and it's very tricky. And this little drummer has attached himself to the song and does a great job. The next song he's working on is an upbeat, high-fast tune, which has been a cover of a cover of a cover, but Rascal Flatts is doing Life is a Highway.
Oh, yeah. Wow, great song, yeah.
Much simpler tune to play as a drummer, but he gets all the credit, and we'll be getting all the credit for it. Man, you just rocked that song. And he's like going, I don't do nothing compared to what I do on Crash. The
Yeah.
hard ones, no one pays attention.
realizes,
Says,
yeah.
man, the way you did those two things, man, it was cool. Really?
It's amazing.
Yeah, sometimes Ken will ask me, he's like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? And he'll play like a little riff for me. And I usually like the ones that are very simple and very clean just because it's easier to hear and it's just,
Yep.
I enjoy them better.
Yeah, that's
If you can hum the lyrics, if you can hum the riff, that usually is the one that sticks in your head the rest of the day.
that's the deal. I just
Yep.
think, I think we talked about this one time that a friend of mine is a virtuoso pianist, just like 27 does symphonies around the world. And he started at 5, and the goal was to be the ultimate piano player he can be. Then he realizes by the time you get it down and you do all that work, there's no money in it.
Right.
You go have a 6-pack of beer, slam down some 3-chord songs, and people are giving you money. It's like,
Yep.
why did I work so hard? It could have been so much more simple, but you have to love that art form.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And that's the deal. So, but anyway, Mark will play. Oh, one thing to comment on your favorite lyric. My favorite lyric, dig this. This is my all-time favorite. It brings a tear to my eye. Is Crosby, Stills, and Nash, find the cost of freedom.
Right.
That line, find the cost of freedom buried in the ground. Right there.
Yep.
I can't deal with that line.
Yeah.
That says everything about, war
Yep.
and everything and freedom.
Exactly. It's not free.
High price, huh?
Yes.
Mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me, my only son. Listen closely to what I say, and if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. Or find a woman and you'll find love. And don't forget, son, there is someone up above. And be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Forget your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. And you can do this if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Don't you worry, you'll find yourself. Follow your heart and nothing else. You can do this if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. if you can.
Very, very nice. Leslie Barton, right?
That's me.
And Ken Rusk. I want to thank you both for coming out and being
Thanks for
part
having
of
us,
the
Mark. We had a good time, buddy. Thank you.
doubleheader. And anything you want to shout out to anyone that might be listening out there? You guys playing anywhere coming up soon, or is there a website to check you guys out?
We do. We have a Facebook page. It is Leslie Barton and Ken Rusk.
Okay.
That's our band name.
Cool.
We're playing October 12th. That's the soonest one we've got booked so far.
Okay.
October 12th at the winery, at Beans Creek Winery.
On a Friday or Saturday?
It's they're all Saturdays.
Are they?
At
Okay.
the winery, they have, I think, once a month, they have a jam there.
Okay.
So we're one of the opening acts that night, October 12th, which is also the night of my 10-year reunion, but I'll do both.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, good.
Leslie, do you write music at all?
I don't.
You don't.
I'm
You
not a
just sing.
writer. I just
We
sing.
will, though. Well, we're going to morph into
Yeah.
that. She doesn't know it yet.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Going in that direction.
I've written
More-
like
more to come.
poetry and I've written songs, but nothing musical. I told him, I said, I don't have the melody. I've got the words, but not the melody. And he said, oh, I've got the melody and I don't have the words. So
it's
hopefully,
a perfect fit. She's a word person, and I'm not. I'm guitar, chords, and
I see.
melody. That's me. She can fill in
so
the
hopefully
rest.
we'll get there.
Well, good.
Great.
Good.
So,
Yeah,
but-
you guys have done a wonderful job again from compared to the Fam Jam. And again, I hate to say the word compare, but you can see where you have matured together as an act, and your voice is the confidence again. You can
Yeah.
show that you're not as nervous as it was.
Yeah.
You did a great job. Very impressed tonight. So
Oh, thanks, Mark.
good job,
Thanks.
guys.
Can I do a shout out real quick?
Absolutely.
I've got friends in California and all over watching this. So
Yeah.
to my buddy Spark, love you, bro. He was
There
a
you go.
guitar student of mine back in 1990. One of these guys you meet and you're instant buds forever.
Good.
Cool guy, guitar player, enjoyed him many years, good friend of mine. My sister, I think, is watching this. So hi to you guys, and give me a call, let me know what you think.
Excellent.
And I know I'm leaving out somebody because I just can't think of them right now. But anyway,
That
guys, thanks
happens.
for checking us out.
And again, you can, not only did this go out live tonight, but we are taping this. So about an hour after we close the show, an hour or so roughly, it will upload to YouTube. You can go to, YouTube, and it's WFMCJams.com on there, just WFMC Jams. Midnight Madness Show, and you can find under probably either one of your names would probably be as a keyword.
Right.
But give us about an hour after the show, and then all the people you just said hey to can check you out and see what you look like tonight. And go, Ken, nice shoes. We talked about shoes earlier tonight.
Like shit, really?
But we're just messing with you. We just always picking people's shoes.
Picking
Who
out
had
my
shoes?
Are you saying
What?
they're not nice now?
No.
It was Travis
No.
Bowling and
It's
his,
just,
and his
Travis
boots.
Boland. He had shoes about 14 inches longer than his feet. So he
I
kind
found these
of,
in a parking lot.
yeah. Were they still on somebody at the time?
Well, one was on one
killed
end
a
of the
man for
parking
those
lot.
shoes.
A few blocks down, I saw the other. Then I saw a guy
That's a
running
good
with no
song,
shoes.
man. You can make that.
That's right. I'm going to write that song. I killed a man for these
those
shoes.
Yeah.
Killed a man.
I was going to say, it needs to be country.
Here you go. This might be you might go Grammy on this, as long as you don't
Keep
dance
it
like
simple.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
We're
Compared
okay.
to what sells today, you don't know, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys came out. We will close the show
Thanks
off.
for having us. We appreciate it.
I thought about dressing up as Miley for this show.
I wish
I wish you had.
you would have not got in the front door.
Oh no! See,
You did look good
no,
last
wait a
night, though, I
minute.
gotta admit.
I'll give him credit because I would have enjoyed that because I need a good laugh. I would have been great.
Oh man, I couldn't stomach it. I don't know. That's just
Bone
bad.
finger
bad,
and
bad.
all.
You know, getting old when that didn't work for you anymore.
Yeah.
What else is on Sports Channel?
Please keep writing good music and get that out there, please. Our industry needs some really
Hey,
good
Halloween's
music.
coming up.
So yeah, Halloween's coming up. Oh man, can you see
Forget
that? Yeah, can you see that? Well, again, I am Mark, the DJ Doctor. We want to thank Leslie and Ken for coming out and being our guests tonight. As on behalf of Brian, the IT Guru, Jason, the Hillbilly Heartthrob, and our presence being absent tonight of James, the Lyric Man.
Have a hunky
Get
night.
feeling better. We got Rebecca, the Princess Diva, Cynthia, my wife, running the Facebook page, and Cindy Lampka running the photos. We want to thank you all, and you all have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mark.